good game both ways. I thought Quinnipiac played really well. I thought they made more winning plays than we did. We made some runs, and they got some loose balls, and they got some big hustle plays that we didn't get. We got to be a little bit grittier, tougher. I thought for a team like that, a veteran team that's won championships, they made a lot of the extra plays that had to be made, like rebounding stuff and loose balls and things like that we didn't do, and that cost us.
This is one of the worst games to not have your vet play for you today.
I mean, injuries are all part of that's an illness. We've been lucky, guy. We haven't had a lot of injuries or stuff. You remember both JB and Yafet, but everybody's got injuries. Everybody's got sick, and that's just part of college basketball, right? So guys got to step up. That's part of what you need throughout the course of a 30-game season, right? So. I thought Jacob came in and gave us good minutes, which was good for him to get some experience there. But it stinks not having it. Listen, as we go out the next month or so, other guys will be out. They'll get sick. It's just going to happen. We have to deal with it. And we had enough to win today. We just didn't get. It's like a play here, play there, goes both ways. We couldn't get stops down the stretch, and that really hurt us. I mean, I'm not sure what they scored down the last 10 possessions, but I'll bet they scored 8 or 9 for the last 10. That just can't happen. We did a lot of good things. I mean, my positive with the guys is I thought Christian Winborn had a good day, which we needed him to be good. I thought Bundy was better today than he has been, and then Comey was better than he has been. If those three guys can help us, it gives us depth, and it makes us a harder team to play against.
How do you get over the time in these close games to just keep it get away in the last couple of minutes?
Well, yeah, I mean, they're two totally different games, right? Like the Friday night game, we had control of that game and literally didn't do what we had to do to win the game. Today was going to be back and forth. The Quinnipiac's not going away. I mean, we got by 5, but they're too good of an offensive team, right? I mean, they got a lot of guys that can score with Monroe and Doug Young and Zimmerman and Otieno and Lewis. They got a lot of guys that can score, so they're not going away. We knew it'd be back and forth. We just didn't get the defensive stops down the stretch or get the loose balls, or we also got by 5 and try to put a young team, try to throw some, or I shouldn't say young, an inexperienced team. Trying to put the dagger in with 15 minutes to go out, and as opposed to getting a better show. We took a lot of threes that I wish had been a little more. We hit something too today, which is good. But I thought at a certain point you get better twos and get to the basket and shoot layups. But it was a good game. They're good. Quinnipiac's really good, and frustrating weekend obviously. And we all know when you don't take care of business at home. Then it's like this game becomes more of we needed this one today, and we didn't get it. So we kind of a wasted weekend as far as our success goes, and that's frustrating. So we have to get better this week and get ready for what's going to now is a huge weekend next weekend. That's just what it is, right? I mean, we want to be a factor in this conference. To get to AC, we got to go win 2 next weekend. We got to win on Friday, so we have to great practices and that kind of thing. So definitely a frustrating weekend all around.
It was close game at the half, and then start second half, they were throwing the ball all over the place. Monroe went out, and I think he took a shot to the stomach or something.
Yep.
And I thought maybe we would push ahead a little bit, and we just didn't quite make enough shots.
Yeah, the press is bothering them, right? And then sometimes you got you may not be playing that hard, may not be the best thing for you, but it's the best thing for us, right? And so I thought we conserved our energy at that point a little bit. We have to learn how not to do that, especially if you have depth, right? So I thought we had them on the ropes a little bit. We're playing well. That we could have cranked up our pressure, cranked up our defense, and got some easy shots, right? And then we just couldn't. Bundy had a 3 in the corner, missed it, pretty good 3. We had a turnover, and then Justin had a 3 at the top of the key, missed it, and then then they came down and got some easy stuff, and all of a sudden you're back in a tie game. So I wish at that point we could have cranked up our pressure and cranked up our defensive intensity and really. Try to wear them out that way because they were tired and they were hurt a little bit and that kind of thing. But that's a good team, and it's a dangerous team because Monroe goes out, but Doug Young has been an Iona killer here the last 2 years. He really scores. We know it, we're prepared for it. We just didn't guard him, And I thought Bennett played well down the stretch, and I thought Zimmerman is a deadly shooter. So they got a lot of weapons, right? We don't have as many weapons, so we got to be more sound defensively. And if they score, any team scores 9 out of 10 times. I had the same problem on Friday. We couldn't stop Ryder. We need to stop Ryder. We've got to be better defensively.
What's happened? You had that stretch where you guys were playing better defensively, even in the half court, and now it seems to have gotten away again.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Friday at time we defended really well. I mean, listen, you get up by we were up by 13 or 14 points and did get to a certain point. You just got to sustain it, right? So it's And we haven't had the depth because I think we haven't had guys off the bench play that well, and now we're starting to get that. So now we need more out of our other guys. Like, hey, we've got to max out. We got to empty the tank. We got to play as hard as we can because there is some more depth there defensively. So yeah, we're starting. So there's a lineup out there sometimes that there's a better offensive team, right? With Bernard, Jungers out, that's a better offensive team. We're not going to be as great defensively, maybe with that personnel, but we can be better than that. You know, it's like maybe you can't be a great defensive team, but you can be a good defensive team. You know, that's got to happen. And part of that is like, also didn't like the fact the first half we had, I think, 11 turnovers. So, and we shot the ball a little bit quick. So it's like that gets us back on defense too fast. Like we can't play like Quinnipiac plays. They're too good offensively. So the 11 turnovers the first half, the quick shots get us back on defense too fast.